Hi everyone, welcome back to Shades on 11 Healing. So today I have some messages and I did experience certain kinds of downloads yesterday. So I really wanted to pull the message for everyone and just see what is happening. But before I begin, before I start, I just really wanted to tell everyone that there is a lot that is happening in the collective right now. There is an experience of recalibration heavily, and also yesterday I had this vision of this girl or a woman in her mid-20s or whatever, and she was sitting in a restaurant and she was waiting for somebody to come. That was a fixed meeting of some kind, and I think it was like a date or something like that. So this individual, this boy, this man, he came, and when he came, she was there, she was waiting for him. But when he came, he was standing right next to her and trying to talk to her or trying to speak to her, but she was not responding, she was not answering, she was not telling anything. She was staring outside, she was still staring outside, and she was waiting for somebody or something else in her surrounding really got her attention. So this person that she was waiting for, even though he came and even though he was there standing right next to her, she was still focused on something outside. So this message heavily ties in, and I think what it was trying to tell me as well as for the collective, because I was channeling for the collective, was that you have something in your mind, some desire, some kind of venture that you are planning, and you really want to get it done, or you really want to meet it halfway, but this desire of yours is not getting met, and that is because you are thinking that might be too good for you, or that is an impossibility because it is way out of your league, whatever that is. It could be a person, it could be some kind of friendship, it could be some kind of career opportunity, but whatever it is, it seems to be in your subconscious mind, out of your reach, that I cannot achieve that, so I have to be satisfied with whatever is there. But this whatever, when it enters that you think you should be satisfied with, you're not satisfied anymore, because you are like, you have had that taste of something that is better than that collective. So naturally you're not satisfied with whatever comes your way, because you are settling for less, and you know that you are settling for less. So don't settle for less, and try to think of the ways to go and achieve those goals of yours. So before I move further into the reading, let me just I'll start today with my astro dice, and I'm just going to roll it very strongly, and then I'll be interpreting it. It actually just slipped out of my hand. Now we don't have a strong fall here, so I am again going to, but I think Capricorn is here, doesn't it? So yeah, maybe I'll take Capricorn, but we also have Sagittarius and Leo. But anyway, Capricorn 2, and this is of course Mars, if I'm not very wrong. Wait, this is Mars, that's Mercury, that is Venus. Yeah, this is Mars, this is Mars. This is Mars. Okay, Mars 2 and Capricorn. Is this on the video? Yeah, let me just zoom in a bit. Yeah. This astro dice fell in fire one day and it's burnt slightly. Excuse me for that. Mars 2 and Capricorn. So is Capricorn in Mars right now? Capricorn was supposed to enter, Mars was supposed to, did I say Capricorn? Mars in Capricorn. Mars, it was supposed to be in Capricorn in January. Like, I am more or less sure that it entered in January. Anyway, when we think of Mars in Capricorn, this particular placement, Now, Mars in Capricorn is a very interesting placement, okay, because Mars exalts in Capricorn. Mars is the planet of masculine energy. It is a planet that, is masculine in gender. It is denoting fire. It is the, you know, kind of energy that depicts war, that depicts strength, that depicts virility, that depicts the ability to physically do things. And it also has negative connotations, but it exalts in Capricorn. Like, it performs extremely well when it is in Capricorn, because Capricorn is the sign of Saturn. And although Saturn and Mars do not see eye to eye, because Saturn is a cold planet, it's about patience and it's about slowness, whereas Mars is a more, it's an agile planet. It has speed. But even then, this Mars and this Capricorn, when they are together, it gives an immense amount of strength to one individual. And now I see a honeybee. Oh my god. Okay, so I had to call my dad to, remove the honeybee. Anyway, so two, and Capricorn and Mars. So, I think one very important thing it speaks about is your resources, as well as how you speak and how you are approaching. And because this placement in astrodice, it shows Capricorn and Mars and Capricorn in the second house. So if anybody has that placement, which is very very specific, by the way, then it ties in with you. And even if you don't have it, that's not a problem, because this just individually shows a lot of different elements. But if I read this in a combination, which is what we usually do, is that this speaks about, how you are supposed to approach a particular situation, especially the way you speak, the way we talk, the way we are interacting. That has a, very important emphasis at this moment. Not just your efforts, your speech, because second house is mostly considerate of, this is of speech. This is a house of wealth, as well as of your speech. And if you see from that perspective, we use our speech to earn that wealth. So it is very important to pay attention into how you are speaking. When we are speaking, we need to be passionate, but we need to also keep that thing in balance. And Mars in Capricorn, Mars has an energy to amplify anything, okay, and it also can result to fight an argument. As I said previously, that it shows, or it is a planet that rules over wars, over anger, over fighting, over siblings. So whatever type of this, and brothers, or masculine energy. So whereas Capricorn, it's a more feminine sign, okay, it's a sign of a sea goat. It has water element in it, and it is a feminine sign. So when Mars is in Capricorn in second house, I need to be very careful that my passion and so a better word would be compassion, right? So my passion needs also calmness and warmth, or emotional availability. So it is very very important at this point, as a message right now in my reading, that we speak with compassion, and we speak out. Hesitation, do away with that, because Mars shows a recklessness energy, it shows gregariousness, okay. But when it is in Capricorn, it gets a direction also, because Capricorn shows our, ideally it represents the 10th house, or the 10th sign, which represents our karma, our work, our ability to work hard. So when Capricorn enters, Mars enters into this, it gives it that physical ability to work hard. So this could be about, your own skills and working abilities, but it also, with the two here, we are connecting it with speech, how we are speaking to others, how we are relating and connecting to others. That has a very deep importance, okay. And so now I'm going to pull my tarot, and mostly this will be oracle. Actually, I'm going to see some oracle card and look into what energies we are working right now. I mean, this card was really there in the and it fell, the bridge, but it's reverse. So okay, let me see some more cards. I will pull more cards, but there is a condescending voice that comes across. Yeah, there is this condescending voice. It's like a voice that asks you, really, you think you can do that? You think you deserve it? You think you achieve that? But that is your fear taking a form. Okay, that is your fears, your whatever you are scared of, whatever you are afraid of, the things that don't make a lot of sense to you. It is that element which resonates inside your head, and which gives you the feeling that I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. This line keeps on repeating itself in different shapes and forms. Okay, also, the bridge and the underworld, both of these cards are reversed. And when this reversal appears over here, I actually do want to pull a few more cards before furthering into the details. But the interpretation that comes out of it is that there is a sense of light outside, but the hell that I have created around me is so strong, it's so powerful, and it's so pretty, or it's so warming or overwhelming that I am unable to move out of that hell into my deemed heaven. Do you feel that? So it's like you are in hell, but you have created a very comfortable space in that hell. Okay, and you feel very safe and you feel very calm. So that is why when this is in reverse, this is a stuck energy, and this does not create fear anymore. Okay, so it's like I'm used to this pain, I am used to the lack of reaching out, I'm used to the disappointment that I experience on a daily basis. So it's only natural that I am going to continue staying in this mode. I am going to continue feeling this, and I don't want to reach out, or I don't want to take the help that I am getting, even if it's a help that comes from a divine perspective. Even then, I'm doubting the hand that is reaching out for me. I'm doubting my skills. I'm doubting that any help can come to me, because you have been through a lot. So naturally now any help feels like, what will this do? What good is this? Is this at all important for me? So it's like that. It feels like that. Okay. The mirror. This is a very interesting card, and I would like to pull my tarot. Pull this. So this is a Harry Potter themed deck, and I'm going to pull some cards from it for further interpretation. Ten of clubs and 10 of diamonds. We are at the precipice of something, you know something has completed, but this, we are still holding on to that. This collective message, you are still holding on to that. Whatever was there, whatever has happened, it has already happened, it has already taken place. But there is this sense that you are still holding on to the things of the past and the people of the past. You have not fully kind of dealt with it, accepted with it, and there is this element of isolation. Like, you have a family, but somewhere, somehow, this family, and they care about you. It's not like they don't care about you, you know because if we look into these two characters, Draco and Hermione, I think that they both had parents who loved them, who cared for them, and who wanted them to be happy. But at the end of the day, Draco was separated from his family. He did know that his family did not fully understand him, or he did not fully feel safe and certain. And on the other side, Hermione, her parents also were amazing, but they were muggles, so they naturally couldn't fight in the war against Voldemort, right? So naturally, Hermione had to make sure that her parents, she had to alleviate them, and then she had to move away from them, right? So this element of isolation from your family, okay, this element where nobody understands you, there is a knowledge, there is a light, and then there is an intuition. That is why this moon is here on the mirror card. But don't think that whatever is happening, it's not happening like to you, it's happening for you. Okay, there's a difference. So things that are happening on in the collective level, that is happening for you, it is not happening to you. So whatever happens outside is a mirror. Okay, I don't know if you have heard of this or not, but whatever is happening to you, or whatever is happening for you, in your external reality, people are leaving you, your family doesn't fully understand you, although they care about you, they don't fully understand you, and you are not sure about how to go, where to go, what to choose, what to follow, what to do. You are not certain about that, you are not sure about that. But even then, just try to find out that what is the external reality pointing out, what element of your external reality, what all is happening in your external reality. And you know there are faces in your external reality that will be reflected in the mirror, faces of people that are probably very dear to you, faces of people that have betrayed you, faces of people that you love. So these faces will always be there in the mirror that you see, and try to understand or try to realize that what do these faces make you feel inside, what reflects inside, where have you loved yourself, where have you abandoned yourself, where have you um you know been shut yourself down, or lost confidence of yourself, or where there was an opportunity that presented itself to you, and secretly you were like, will I be able to work on this opportunity, will this opportunity be safe for me? And then it gets rejected, or it gets taken out of your hand, and when it gets taken out of your hand, you feel that, but I wanted that opportunity, but inside there is a feeling and there is a fear, right? That can I do this, will I be able to do this? And then the opportunity goes away because your energy is pushing it away, and this is happening on a collective level, it's not your fault, but we have to work on that, right? We all do. In fact, I am also facing the same problems every now and then. So try to realize and try to make yourself feel safer. I will also probably film something on safety of this nervous system, safety or nervous system healing. But yeah, we have to, like, you have to really work on this, making yourself first see the truth, realize the truth, understand what is actually happening inside of you, using the world as your mirror, and only then will you be able to understand and realize on what fronts you need to put that work up. Okay, so that's it, a very short message. I'm probably going to take a few more minutes and quickly wrap this up. 3 cards. So I'll take them maybe. We have the medallion, the stone in reverse, and the judge in reverse. The rules and structures that are made for the conventional world and that are made for people to follow are not always the exact rules that will follow the cosmic order. Okay, so the cosmic order and the rules of the cosmos or of the spiritual bodies are very different from that of the earthly bodies. The two things are not going to be the same. The two things, the two rules, the two lives do not flow in the same way. So when you are reaching out for something, the practical or physical element of that reaching out or of that process is really not that important. What is important is your intention, is your abilities, is your skill, which is more of the metaphysical nature. We are currently dealing with something metaphysical in your life. This is not, even if there is a physical opportunity, or even if it ties up to physical things such as wealth or money, or this love or partnership or marriage, even then the way you reach it is not going to be through practical physical steps and writing down points and daily workout or applying for jobs and this and that and that and this and mindless content creating or using and following trends. No, that is all okay, that is fine, you are probably doing all of that, but what matters more is your ability to trust, your ability to take aligned action. We are really changing from that effortful nature to the way I am speaking, I am dealing, I am doing things. There is a reason why the second house came up. Okay, second house is our values as well, the values that family teaches us. So second house also gives an insight into those areas, and it is just after the first house, so right next to the first house. And third house is the house for efforts. But when we talk about the second house, which is number 2, numerologically also ties up with the moon. So naturally there are a lot of things that is not very much visible, understood, and speech is very important. So the way you speak, the way, and the speech has to come from within, it has to be deep, it does not, or it cannot be very superficial or technical. In that way, whoever this message resonates for, you cannot move with a very physical level of speech, with a very physical level of doing things, or a very technical perspective. You have to be, that has to be coming in from the core, from the depth, understood. So this is how this thing will flow. Please realize that whatever you are doing in your life currently, whoever this message is for, you have to become more deeper in your craft and take more aligned action, instead of the more physical way of doing things or looking for evidence or an empirical method. You have to actually go deeper and become more aligned with your patterns, with your intuition, with how you are moving. Okay, so yeah, this is the message. I don't think I have anything else to say. I feel empty, which means that I think I have completed what I have to say. And yeah, great. Okay, all the best, all of you. Lots of love, and follow for more.